Okay. Yeah, I'm just asking if you guys like. I'm just curious if we should continue right now, or we should probably wait for like next Thursday, and so for people to figure out stuff, you know, and probably have like about 10 people and ready to go for more. You guys think? Okay. Yeah. This makes sense. Okay. So the problem here is that we have to first figure out like what people are interested in. Like some people love doing HTML and styling, but some people love to write functions. And yeah, we can like make a survey and ask. Can you guys hear me? We can make like a survey. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. Um, Anybody like turning the mics probably, like Emily, so it's easier to speak.
Hi, I can hear you.
Oh yeah, great. So I, how about we like make a poll for like being in one of the two teams that, so one works on design sort of thing uh, that I showed in the collab before. So it's this one. And the other team works on like backend stuff. And then based on this, like I'll give a small assignment for everybody. I think this might work.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Yeah, this makes sense. Okay, so what about you guys? Like, I can give you guys an assignment right now, probably. Like, what do you think? Do you want to work on the backend, so the like how server works and stuff? Yeah. A type of this thing. Just a couple questions about like your experience, and based on this, I can like see. Okay, yeah, that's great. Yeah, this is helpful. Uh, yeah, I'll probably make a survey like after we finish, and after I get the responses, I'll just assign people. Uh, um, I don't know yet which options do you guys have, but I mean, like, first of all, it's backend or front end, meaning the business logic or design, and the others are like based on your first response, rate your skills and knowledge, and like probably your, let's say, backend, right, but you want to learn front end as well, and you can like vote for being in a front end team even though backend and stuff. I think this is one option. what do you guys think about it? And I think I missed a connection for several seconds, so you might have not heard me for a while. So, yes, it is. It is. Yes. Yeah, this is how it's gonna work. Um, okay. Cool. 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 So you guys want to work on the backend, and that's good. So we'll have a team for this. So what about you, Emily? Do you feel like more like backend or more like design and front end? It's not cool that Zoom doesn't show that somebody's typing the message. Oh yeah, that's great. So you guys, so two of you are in the back end, and you, Emily, are in the front end. So that's good. And yeah, basically like, yeah, sure. This is how this is actually designed using like Bootstrap and templates. Uh, yeah. For sure, we're gonna use Bootstrap for doing this, and I'll probably gonna let you like. So this page is kind of nice, but you can design your own. You can design your own page, and like we can discuss how it will look like. So you can go through like the entire process of uh, putting a page together, integrating Bootstrap, and stuff. And while you will be doing this, we'll be doing the backend development together as well. And you guys can learn more about JavaScript and Node.js. So I guess it's gonna be great. So I'm gonna post this survey, and we'll split into two teams. Hopefully, people will be interested in front end as well. And then yeah, I'll make another announcement about it, like what people will actually be doing. And the cool thing that we'll be able to merge everything together at the end to have a complete product that we can show to somebody. I think this is great. You mean like communication between? Oh yeah, right. Yeah, like I think I'll just make it the way that you kind of work on your separate thing, on your separate branch. Uh, like let's say I had a project with several branches, and I'm going to show you. Yeah, this one. So like we had several people working on different stuff. So this is branch one, branch two, and we merge and stuff. So I think we're gonna just split the work so that the thing that you do is not touched by anybody else, and this way, like we're not gonna mess up. You're not gonna mess up somebody else's code. and you're just gonna test your very own thing. You're gonna make sure that it works, and only then, like when you're ready, and other people are ready, we're going to merge and have a complete product. And I think the good way to do this is to set deadlines for things, like try to set deadlines like a week or so. Uh, and yeah, this is yeah, because yeah, we're gonna move forward. You know, we're gonna set deadlines for a project for sure, because it motivates you to. What do you mean, like design doc? What is design doc? Like a, a technical assignment for design? Oh yeah. Here is your doc. It's pretty much we're making a clone of this application, so you can check it out. It's in this Jupyter notebook. So this link right here, and it's gonna give a response with a page. So pretty much, yeah. We'll create like a technical assignment for the design, and you can I think the front end team can pretty much feel free to create their own design. Uh, we can like use this handle, you know, to find out what's the mood. Oh, see, that's cool, right? Yeah, yeah, it's gonna be like 6. So yeah, let's write it down. Okay, yeah, it's gonna be 6 moods, and our machine learning model will determine a number from 1 to 6, and based on this, we will render the correct view. Yeah. And there is also a graph feature that, you know, I've been asking for his mood like several times in the service, and you can see that it was fluctuating all the time, you know? Yeah, so yeah, we can build this. Yeah, basically like we have several pages. So one is for graph, the other is for, so this button, the main page. And when you press, it calculates. So it runs the machine learning model, and then you get the output of how many, yeah, you get the output of one number. Based on this number, uh, you render the page as you saw here. So I guess it's total of 6 plus, so 6 pages of this type plus 1 page of this, which is 7, plus 1 is, I guess, 8 or 9 if I'm missing something. Yes. So yeah, so about this, I'll make this design doc in in about like I think today. I think today it's gonna be done uh, for how it will look like. But again, the front end team can feel free to modify it and even build something beyond this if they want. Uh, I'm saying the front end team because people will probably join the front end team and they will watch this video afterwards. So yeah, and also we'll have I think it's gonna be Python just because Google has nice APIs for its vision and natural language processing, which means that and they're more convenient to use in Python. And we're gonna run them as cloud functions. So I'll explain everything when you probably know what cloud function is. Uh, so I'll explain everything once we get to the ML part, which will not be as complex probably as the web server part, especially if you're a beginner. Oh yeah, this is why we'll do a cloud function. So the way I guess I can draw it probably. Wait a sec. So like basically we have a server which is in JS. Uh, and we have a Python script for ML, or like coupled scripts if we run two neural networks at the same time. We have script. It is Python. And the way we're gonna merge them is this is gonna run in the cloud function, which means that cloud, I would say f of x, which means function. Uh, this will be callable by a URL. So like we'll be able to just go here and type some URL, cloud function URL, and say like .com slash calculate mood, right? And each time our application, each time our application triggers this URL, we're gonna get back some data as a response. And because we have this abstraction, we don't care on which language this is written. Our code is going to be hosted. So both our server and our Python code are going to be hosted on Google Cloud Platform. So GCP, because they allow special hosting for cloud functions and special hosting for servers. You can read about App Engine. App Engine. and also about Google Cloud Functions that will be hosted on Google Cloud Platform. And they're gonna just talk to each other, and this is the way we're gonna build the product, basically. If this makes sense. So we don't really care what the language here is and what the language in ML is, because we can just talk via URL. Oh, sure, of course. We can talk through a URL, and we can do this in C++, and we can do this in Java, and this would be also fine because we have this, I would say, URL, right? Or we can call it like API, which is Application Programming Interface. Yeah, this is basically the way that it's going to work. And we'll be first building this, and this includes both front end and back end. And front. Yeah, and then we're gonna switch to the ML part to do it separately, and then we're gonna connect them via the API, right? So yeah, this is kind of a plan for us. And I hate that the thing spins all the time, even though I didn't press the button. It just spins all the time because we were not able to fix this design thing, you know, with CSS. So is that kind of clear that like how this is going to work and what our next steps are? Okay, great. Thank you. Okay. Okay. So yeah, anybody else have any questions or just want to add something or? Okay. Okay, great. Yeah, well, we'll for sure go into greater details on each of those once we get to them, like once we get to actual code development in cloud functions as well and servers and how like we'll specify what our design will look like as Will suggested, and we'll specify like the backend part that that we'll have to develop. So yeah, it's just a very general overview of what's going to happen. So I'm glad you guys understood it. We're not gonna go into like actual development today because we're gonna probably better figure out the back and front end teams with that form, and let's develop like a. And I want everyone to take part in developing this. Let's develop like a prototype of what we're gonna make, including like as you said, all the screens that we have to manage, all the like the colors that we pick and everything. So like we need this because once we get to development, we really need to know. We need to know what we are doing exactly, like which colors we pick, which where the elements are, which frameworks we're using, and so we have to plan a lot before actually getting started. And I want to do it in parallel with like writing some code and learning development so that it doesn't get boring and we make progress on both planning and developing. So what do you guys think? Like, do you have any questions about how this is going to work? Or you guys hear? You can hear me, or did I lose a connection? I don't know. Probably. Okay, great. Then you heard me, right? Okay, cool. Um, so Yolanda, Emily, do you guys want to discuss something else? Okay, cool. Okay, great. So Yolanda, are you still here? Okay, great. So I should be done with the form for designing a teams first of all by tonight, and also let's start on developing the prototype and what we want it to look like our website and colors. So I think we're going to use probably like Figma or a tool like that. If you guys know, so Figma is pretty nice. I have these annotations here. Whatever. You can you can create prototypes in Figma using like you can draw and wait. Let me remove this annotations that I just did. Oh, how do I do this? Okay, here. Okay, great. So you can basically create screens here, like one or two and stuff. And I will invite you all here to collaborate on this. Uh, and I think they have ready-made elements for. Let's see. Like for prototyping, we could do something like this, and then we can pick the color for this background. We can paste emojis here. So when we actually get to development, we'll have a workflow of like where the user starts, where they go, and where they end up, right? So all the tree of a project, like you go from here to here, from here to here. That's it. So like you go. So this is your first page, and we can say like, let's say we want to leave it the same. right? We're gonna say find your node, right? And then we have an option to go to graph and see the graph, or we have an option to calculate the mood again for this ID. And yeah, we're gonna plan. Wait a sec. Why is that? We're gonna plan the project here, and I think everybody can add ideas or just add components by themselves. I know like some of you are great at designing things, so I would be very happy if we can actually like develop this prototype. So we can choose devices here, you know. Like mobile phones. Let's say we want to design for Surface. And we can circular mode. Where is that thing? Okay, navigate to this one, I guess. I'm trying to figure out Figma myself right now. But yeah, we can do it, and it should be pretty easy from what I've heard. You just need to discover how to like connect the screens with each other. Okay, whatever. We'll figure it out. I'm just trying to show you the concept of like developing prototypes. Let's see some ready-made prototypes. So something about like this, when you have like real screens and you have developed app, and you can basically like this is how they do mobile development right now. They do design development. They design the screens in like in great detail, and you connect them based on where like I tap to go to a certain screen. And this is what we're gonna do. It's not gonna be complex, but we're gonna learn on how to do design as well. This is very good because Figma is used a lot today. Uh, and yeah, you'll definitely get a lot of benefit from learning it. This makes sense. Okay, cool. So yeah, we'll design the thing we want to see first. This shouldn't take much time because we just have 9 pages, which are pretty simple. We just have a content in the middle, and then we can start actually coding. Start actually coding the server. So yeah, this is going to be our plan. If you guys have any questions, or yeah, I'll attach a link to Figma as well, so you can try. You can watch some probably tutorials on Figma, because I didn't work on Figma myself much. Uh, I think it should be pretty simple as it looks like, and then you can contribute to developing a design. I think we can discuss the design like right here inside of the project in Figma, and then once we're done, we can code it up, and the front end team will code the design that we will have here, and the backend team will code the proper backend for this design to display. And our last step is going to be to make a machine learning model that will basically fetch the tweets from Twitter and analyze them and give us the score from 1 to 6, on which, based on which we will display the correct screen. So one of the screens that we will design. That's it, I guess. I think we can get this done by next Thursday. So by our next meeting. So I'll set up everything today, like by like 9 p.m. probably, and I'll share the link. So uh, I'll also link some tutorials so people can learn how to design like basic screens. We don't actually need any advanced functionality of Figma. We just need to know how to put elements together, like text and image and stuff. And we can start designing. People can contribute, and we can have 4 days and the weekends as well. So 6 days, like a week, for people to contribute to the design. We can adjust if people will need more. Uh, and on Thursday, we'll have at least, I hope, a basic view of how it will look like. Or what I can do, I can just copy this design from here into Figma myself, and then people can adjust it if they want. Or if not, then we just follow this one. This is the other way. Or we can assign front-end people to actually create their own design. This is the other way. But it shouldn't take too long, since it's just 9 simple pages. And if we say that we're done by next Thursday, then or at least partially done. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I think I had my midterms last week. We have midterms every week. uh, uh, do you have any questions about what we discussed about the flow, like the general flow of development, and about Figma and stuff? And do you want to contribute probably to Figma? Do you want to like design your own screens, or just uh, go with the design that we see here, which is wait a sec, here. Yeah. I think anybody can contribute to the designing. Yeah. I think copying the screens is fine, and uh, allowing people to adjust them if they want is I think it's good. Because like in Figma, you can create multiple versions of one screen, uh, meaning that like I have a vision which looks like this, and you have another vision, and we can discuss, and then we can decide on the final. So this is one option that I see will work best. And so Yolanda, I think that any team can contribute to the screens if they want. Uh, but like I think when it comes to development, we're not gonna interact with like if you are on the backend team, we're not gonna interact with the design at all. We're just gonna render the file that the front end people will design. I mean, not design, but implement. Implement, let's say. They will implement this design that we will design in Figma. So yeah, that's it, I guess. Oh yes, I think it's a great idea. Let's do it right away. And we called it this way, right? It's called Tweetmoods, I guess. Yeah, I can rename it if something. Okay. Thanks, Emily. That's great. Sure. Thank you. It's your idea. That's great. Yeah. So I'm gonna post the stuff here. I'm gonna post the form. I'm for splitting into teams that you guys have already kind of filled orally. Then I'm gonna post the design like requirements and the prototyping link. The but yeah, basically it's one thing. It's just a Figma URL that you can contribute to, and then we'll start from there. And people will take their time to figure out Node.js and this uh, two previous lectures that we had. And I think we should be good by Thursday, by next week's Thursday. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's all we can discuss right now because we just need to do what we discussed as our next step, and then it should be done by tonight. Uh, and then we'll see what's gonna happen. Sounds good. I guess yes. Cool. So thank you guys for joining. Yeah, of course. You're welcome. Yes, yes, it's going to be. It's going to be a Discord for sure. I was recording the screen, so you can watch it back later. Yeah, if you need and want. So yeah, for sure. Great. Oh yeah, never mind if you joined late. It's not a problem. So yeah, have a good rest of your day and the weekend. And we're gonna announce a few things tonight. So be sure to check Discord. And I'll also post a video in about 20 minutes. So, all right, cool. Sure. Thank you, guys. Yeah, absolutely. See you online and see you next week as well.